Taking a look at Seattle.
And they've gotten off to a good start in this season series, but they know there's still work to be done. They can't let up now. I expect them to come out swinging.
Because of the 2 wins, I think they have the mental and psychological upper hand at this point. And if they can establish an early lead, they might be able to put this one away as well.
Now here's Siakam. Siakam gets doubled. There's Nesmith with a 3. Claxton with a rebound. Seattle on offense. And Doncic, here we go.
Big time flush by Doncic. Man, this young fella really has a lot of game.
He takes it in. Cuts off the pass. And here's Alexander Walker. And there is the whistle. That goes on Damian Lillard. That's his first foul. And the highlight of this game could be the matchup at the 5 spot, Clark.
You know, Brian, we've seen strong play at the center position these last few years, and we've got 2 bigs who can each take over a game, so I think it's going to be a lot of fun watching them square off.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thanks so much. I caught up with the Nuggets head coach. I asked him if he thinks anyone has a better feel for the game than Luka Doncic, and he told me, I don't want to get into a comparison, but what I can say is that he controls the pace like no one else. You can't speed him up, you can't slow him down. Guys?
Great work, Allie. Thanks.
Way downtown, Doncic testing the limits of his range there.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. There's Nesmith with a 3. That shot, no good.
You know, that's a quick 0 for 4 now. At what point do you call a timeout and reset?
And here's Caldwell Pope. Inside. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Just 5 on the clock. Back to Doncic. Shoots over Nesmith. And it's Doncic missing. And here are the Nuggets. Nothing up yet on the scoreboard for them. Well, Clark, we all continue to be amazed by Giannis. What do you like most about his game?
I just think his passion and energy and relentless effort, he gives it to you every time he steps between the line. You get the sense he's not taking any plays off, and he's trying his very best, and that's an endearing quality and something I've really admired about his game throughout his career.
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Lillard with the ball. Now Alexander Walker defending.
Punctuating the end of that play with an exclamation point. Lillard, a natural-born finisher.
Now here's Doncic. He's got 5. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Now here's Doncic. He's been an important part of this offense, averaging around 22 points a game.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Here's Antetokounmpo. And he banks in the layup.
Look, we know Giannis can get it done inside. Defense will have to try much harder to stop him in there.
Pass to Caldwell Pope. Here's Claxton. Here's Alexander Walker. The three-pointer off the mark. Nuggets trail by 8. Here's Siakam. And Siakam with the slam.
It's just such a long and powerful player. I mean, once Siakam gets inside like this, he's ready to jam.
Now here's Doncic. He's got 5. Seattle's shooting their first free throws of this game.
And guys, you know what? That's made things hard for them in a lot of their games. I mean, that inability to convert their chances at the free throw line.
Grant, the Denver Nuggets have been on quite the run here in this window of time.
Yeah, B.A. It's all working for Denver in recent years. This is a well-constructed team that they play as a unit, and it makes it so difficult to try to get the best of them. Nuggets ball.
Here's Lillard. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It's on Contavious Caldwell-Pope.
He's a 3-level scorer, Damian Lillard. This time getting to work inside.
And both free throws good for Lillard. Well, Clark, Lillard's scoring isn't what it once was, but he's still a major threat from outside.
He sure is. I tell you what, he's got such great range and such command of the ball in his body. He can get the shot he wants more times than not. And he's actually gotten better, I think, when he's working off the ball. You still have to be very much aware of where Damian Lillard is when he's on the court.
Rejected by George. The 3. Seattle pulls it in.
Well, I admire the fact he's trying to power through this rough stretch, but on occasion you'll have periods like this.
Pass to Claxton. And the ball out of play. The Nuggets will have it. "17 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Antetokounmpo. That one drops for him.
Boy, he is so dangerous from this area, guys. Even when Giannis is defended tightly, he powers through it.
And Doncic puts up a deep 3. And so it's Seattle with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting down the... And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, what's your take on Seattle so far?
Well, clearly they played well in the first period because of their selfless attitude.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Well, when you look at the assist total, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Such an effective shooter. If you lose track of him defensively, he's gonna make you pay.
Here's Doncic. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a 3-point play.
Luka very intentional in what he's doing here. He understands he's going to get hit, but he's seeking out that contact and playing right through it.
Clark, when you watch Luka Doncic play, how is he able to just control the games like he does?
He's a savant. That's all I can say. He's way ahead of himself. I mean, this guy's been a pro since he was 13 or 14 years old. There's nobody else in the NBA that's been a pro that long, I don't think. So, unique in that regard. Great size, uncanny, underrated strength. And then his vision, his pace, all of that what allows him to really not ever be sped up or out of control.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Damian Lillard last season becoming the 51st NBA player ever to cross the 20,000-point threshold and the 17th fastest to ever do it. He said it's a great accomplishment and a rare space to be in. I'm like, man, I might be able to get 27 or 28,000 if I can stay healthy. Ryan, I wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah, me either. Thanks, Allie. Pass to Neesmith. Down low. A big-time flush by Giannis.
The sheer power of Antetokounmpo goes up and throws it down hard. That is impressive.
Caldwell-Pope with it. Claxton up top. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Now Doncic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Wing shot on the way. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the board.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
Doncic outside. Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. Doncic throws it down.
Can't let Doncic get the positioning he seeks, or he'll dunk all over you.
And Siakam gets it to go.
They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Doncic outside. Out to the right wing. Outside, Alexander Walker. Here's Claxton, plenty of space. Rebound by the Nuggets.
No excuses, none. I mean, with the defense non-existent, I mean, he has to connect from there.
Well, Grant, with all the parity and competition in the league today, there are still those teams piling up losses.
Yeah, B.A., and with teams like the Thunder excelling, it's almost like youth is no longer an excuse, but some rebuilds take longer than others. A sharp steal and some quick offense cuts it down to a one-possession game. Well done.
And there's the screen. Outside, Caldwell Pope. And Claxton gets the bucket. Claxton's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Rock the baby, working the size advantage inside.
The shot by Lillard, no good. Seattle leading by 4. Here's Doncic. Pass to Claxton. The offensive rebound. No dice on the putback jam. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo.
I'm not sure what happened there. You just can't give away possessions in this league.
And timeout called by Ty Lue. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Seattle making some changes. Seattle on offense. They've led by as much as 10. Pass to DeRozan. Carter on the wing. And stolen by Antetokounmpo. Here's Ingram. And he drives in. Siakam, that's good.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
Here's DeRozan. Outside Carter. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Siakam. .102 left in the second period. 5 to shoot. To the middle. Dunn right side. Carter from outside. Rebounded by Denver.
You know, at the end of the day, size does matter, especially on the glass.
Ooh, strong move from Giannis inside.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Here's Goodwin. Outside Carter. Pure from three-point range.
The versatility of Carter Jr. I mean, he can shoot off 1 to 2 dribbles as well as off the catch.
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
And both free throws good for Lillard.
That's what he does. Rock solid at the line.
Here's Goodwin. He's scoreless.
Great job ending the quarter on a high note.
Nothing like knocking down that last possession of a quarter to give you a little feel-good momentum.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Now a timeout called by Denver.
Yeah, coach no doubt wants to use this timeout to review the matchups and maybe make some adjustments as well.
Yeah, and I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
Seattle leading by 3. Throws it up high and stolen by Antetokounmpo. Fast break. Here come the Nuggets. And he gets the bucket. Siakam's got 8.
And that's unselfishness right there. Full display. Giannis wanting to get it to open teammates.
And one thing that Siakam has always had a knack for, Grant, cutting to the rim and finishing plays.
Yeah, he plays so well when he has space to move. He's just great off the ball, and that fits with any team. His ability to convert at the rim makes his cuts that much better.
And Doncic has got the ball here for Seattle. They lead by 1. Back to Alexander Walker. Pass to Claxton. Off target with the 3. Here's Antetokounmpo. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That one on Doncic. Well, Grant, they say early in Giannis's career, he had to work not just on his game, but his attitude.
And that's true, B.A. It wasn't a bad attitude. He just lacked an edge. The ruthless mindset that all great players have. But, man, once he got that edge, he never lost it.
To the paint. Doncic outside. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Back to Doncic. From behind the arc. And again, it's Seattle missing.
They've been unable to hit anything this half. 3 attempts and 3 misses.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
ABA, the Denver Nuggets are building for the long haul. Their philosophy has been to draft polished prospects and then develop them into contributors. They look for 4 qualities: basketball IQ, character, positional size, and the absence of skill deficiencies. Brian, the track record has been strong.
It really has. Thanks, Allie. Oh, it's stolen by Doncic.
Love the opportunistic defense, guys.
Doncic on the wing. From deep. Doncic delivers from range.
And, you know, after starting 0 for 3 this half, they finally get one down.
Now here's Lillard. He has 6. The 3 is up. It's hauled in by Luka Doncic.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Here's Lillard. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Well, Grant, there are few players in the league who can attack a defense from the logo, but Lillard is one of them.
Yeah, and he makes it look so easy. You have to pick him up at the half-court line, and it's been that way for about a decade.
Hey, certain guys just exude that it factor. Damian Lillard is a great player and a terrific leader.
They get the rebound. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Back to Claxton. Left side, Alexander Walker. Shot clock at 5. To the inside. And Claxton gets the bucket. Claxton's got 8.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
Lillard looking around to the paint. Dane goes in. Shot's good by Antetokounmpo. 16 points for him.
Superb initiative from Antetokounmpo. I mean, that may be something we overlook, but being able to take that initiative allows him to be a real menace when he's rolling to the rim after a pick.
The Nuggets trail. Claxton with the block. Doncic, right side. Down low. Here's Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
Luka's so smart to get other guys involved in the action. Very good at not forcing it and trying to do everything himself.
Lillard. Going inside. Lillard for two.
Want to score in the NBA? Picks can really force the D to make tough choices.
And there's a pick. From deep, here's Doncic. He's got it. 6 of 10 now.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Nuggets trail by 4. Back to Lillard. For 3. Unable to get that one.
Feels to me like this team is going to need more from him, guys. I mean, if they're to erase this deficit, he's got to step up.
Now Claxton. 10 points for him. It's good. He's 6 for 12 from the floor.
Good, solid execution inside. That's exactly the look you want.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Seattle pulls it in. They've led by as much as 10. And Doncic, here we go. And that one's off. His 5th miss in 11 tries. Oh, come on, Giannis. Unreal.
And when the Greek freak takes flight, I mean, he's looking to tear that rim apart. So ferocious in his throwdown.
Kicks it to George. Stolen by Siakam.
If they take their time, this will be the final possession of the quarter.
Yeah, they've got to hold for the last shot here.
Here's Claxton. Takes it inside. And Claxton throws it down.
And after putting it down, he dangles from the rim a little.
Man, that's borderline taunting right there, Grant. They're playing with a certain swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
Rozier with it. That'll count. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And so it's Seattle, leading by 6.
The visiting team, 49.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this 4th quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. The Nuggets want a timeout. You know, one guy who's been getting it done is Luka Doncic.
And I think a new plan would be a good idea. At least make it hard on this guy.
Keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Denver's coach was going over with his team. He emphasized staying sharp the rest of the way, saying turnovers will kill us. We can close this gap if we take care of the ball. Don't try and overdo it. Let's send it back to you guys, Brian.
Okay, thanks, Allie. Here's Lillard to the middle. Antetokounmpo. Some solid defense from Claxton. Doncic deciding where to go with it. And timeout called by Ty Lue. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. Just 4 to shoot. And stolen by Antetokounmpo. Here's Ingram. And a slam dunk by Ingram.
That giant wingspan of Antetokounmpo, man, wreaking havoc on opposing players and really mucking up passing lanes too, man. He can be everywhere with that ferocious motor and those long arms.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy who just never lets up.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Seattle.
Well, you know, they've been tremendous, I think, when it comes to sharing the basketball. You know, getting guys involved on the plays and creating offensive opportunities for everybody. Equal opportunity offense is fun to watch.
And I also have to praise them for their three-point shooting. They're showing a lot of confidence, letting them fly from deep.
Another great pass from Doncic. You pretty much expect him to tally double-digit assists every game.
He's been tremendous at corralling misses all night long.
Yeah, I love the way he's fighting through box outs, using his elbows. I mean, he's doing whatever it takes.
Back to Caldwell Pope. This one for three. Rebounded by Ingram.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation.
It's stolen by Doncic.
Seems to me as though he's lost his way a little bit in the second half. He'd been turnover free before the break. That's certainly not the case anymore.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Inside. Here's Claxton. The shot is good. Doncic making the play. Claxton's got 10 points in just the second half. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Oh, he's a menace in the paint. Antetokounmpo.
You know, when you're facing Dame, he's at the top of the scouting report. High priority item. So that opens things up for his teammates.
Caldwell Pope with it. Wide open look. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
Boy, he's been a rock of offensive support so far, and when they've needed a basket, they've turned to him.
Screen by Antetokounmpo. Here's Lillard. Back to Antetokounmpo. Seattle pulls it in. Doncic right side. Pass to Claxton. Here's George. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
3 points.
George has got his first 3 points of the game. Screen by Antetokounmpo. To the inside. Oh, it's stolen by Doncic. Outside, Caldwell Pope. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Doncic. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Misses a three. Nuggets trail by 14. And an intentional foul right there.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Lillard outside. Doncic pulls down the board. Seattle leading by 14. High post Claxton. 18 feet out. And it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line.
That's his second personal foul.
You know, Grant, we've seen career performances in the play-in tournament, but the stats don't count for regular season or the playoffs.
You know, that's crazy, B.A. So let's just count them as playoff stats. It used to be only 3 rounds instead of 4, so there is a precedent to adding more games to the official postseason.
And that one falls for Antetokounmpo.
A multiple-time MVP. You know, what's really scary is that Giannis feels like he can keep getting better, and more importantly, he does the work to get better.
Their focus has been terrific. They really put on a clinic here today.
And, you know, everybody in the building knows this is a wrap, a done deal. Put this one in the W column.
Out to Lillard. There's Neesmith with a three. Knocks down the long J. 55 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. On the wing, Caldwell Pope. On the wing, Alexander Walker. Doncic outside. Pass to Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
The assist.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
And the basket is good. No need to shoot. This one is done.
Yes, they've got to be happy with tonight's effort.
Outside, Caldwell Pope. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds.
Who's ball?
So we see Seattle get the win here.